Okay, so let me talk about this character first. Let's talk about this character first. You have here the King of Cups. So this is a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And this is somebody that is, what I started to notice about this person, when it's in the reverse position, it can be someone who's a little bit like overindulgent. Somebody who's kind of like, I want to say like in a way, a little bit insecure. And they're not very clear when it comes to, you know, telling you yes or no. They're not really clear about, they're not very assertive. They're not like very certain about what they want. So they're a very easygoing person. They can be very well liked and very popular, but they're not aggressive. They're not assertive. They're lacking kind of like a sense of direction, and they can be a little bit more on the self-indulgent, side, where they tell themselves, oh, let's do it another day. You know, there's no rush. And so there isn't any sense of urgency with this person. They can be great for you to, you know, spend time with because they have a really open energy where you can tell them anything. They don't really judge you. But on the other hand, it's almost like they're so lenient with life that they might keep bad company. They might lack a sense of direction, that sense of drive, personal ambition, and things like that in life. And so if you're thinking about this person, I feel like many of you, you're trying to break yourself free. So if you're in a relationship with this person, you're trying to see like, okay, so I feel like your energy is very assertive. You know, it's like you either like someone or you don't. It really isn't a middle ground with you. And when you like somebody, you can be very spirited. You can be very like passionate about them. And when you don't like them, you barely think about them. And, you know, it's like there's no fire at all. There's just like this chill in the air if you don't like somebody. And so if you're dealing with this water sign, many of you are just like, maybe I should just, you know, cut my losses and try to move on. Maybe this relationship is not enough for me. So I should, you know, just let it be and pursue other opportunities. And then I'm also sensing, if you're not already in a relationship with this person, if this is somebody courting you, there's a strong warning here about, you know, what are you hoping to get out of this? Is this person enough for you? Are they ambitious enough? Are they going to be frustrating to deal with down the line? Because I do see some frustration already as you're talking to this person or getting to know this person. They're kind of just existing, but they don't really have a lot of motivation, drive, ambition. They might be a little bit like, lying by omission, hiding the truth, not revealing 100% all the information that you need in order to decide whether or not you want to be in a relationship with them. So there are some warning signs with this. And so you want to be a little bit careful. Okay. So in the past, we have here the Six of Pentacles as well as the Two of Pentacles. Both of these cards mean somebody is dividing their time between two people. Okay. You might have dealt with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And within this interaction, I feel like the relationship was very, I want to say like one-sided. It was almost like, it feels to me like this. It was like one person taking care of another because, so an example, you or the other person might not have been working, and then one person was working and one person did all the work, pay the bills, took care of the kids, you know, pay for all the dinners, pay for all the outings. And so it was very unbalanced and it bred a lot of resentment. And then I'm also sensing like one person was down in the dumps and then the other partner felt really good to be in a position where they're taking care of the other person. Does that make sense? So it's not a good energy. It's not a balanced relationship. And so I feel like that was the case where the relationship itself, it was very focused on money in a way where, you know, your interaction with that person really detracted you from accumulating a lot of wealth because you had to take care of not only you, but them. And so it was a relationship that really drained your financial resources. Okay. This is also a card about child support as well. So if you have, you know, joint custody or you share children with another person, there could have been a partner in your past that is dealing with a lot of financial issues as well. And they might have changed or reneged on their responsibilities as it relates to like child rearing. But overall, there was definitely a very, very unstable relationship that you left behind in the past because it was very one-sided. It drained you financially, or the other person was emotionally, they were very up and down. I'm seeing like bipolar. I'm seeing somebody with a lot of personality issues. And I'm also sensing somebody was like dividing their time between you and another person. So unfortunately, this is in the past. So I feel like many of you have left it behind. So we have here the Chariot, which is, you know, putting a stop to it, no longer moving forward with somebody that is not 100% committed to you. And you're right now at a point where your world is opening up here, the World card. This is basically feeling attractive, feeling comfortable in your own body, in your own skin, feeling like it's a card about really strong attraction, okay? Many of you are starting to, they're saying like overturn family expectations and dating outside of your cultural, racial norms. Which is fine, you know, like that can be good or bad depending on who you date. It's not so much their race or their ethnicity or their culture. It's about the individual. So I feel like many of you are like they're saying like breaking out of your shell and dating people that might be culturally different, and I feel like it's a really good thing for you because I feel like you rule the 9th house, which is, you know, travel, foreigners and things like that. And so I feel like expanding your energy outwards and connecting with people that are very diverse and different from you, it can be really good, okay? But if you're coming across this water sign here that I mentioned earlier, just take it slow, be very careful, because I feel like things can also be lost in translation too. If you're dealing with someone who's linguistically or culturally different, it's just something to keep an eye out for. So your world is expanding. You've left a really toxic relationship partner in the past. You're now, I'm sensing many of you are just like a little bit jaded. Like you don't believe in marriage, you don't believe in relationships, and you're feeling as well that, you know, maybe I just want to have like a no strings attached type of a liaison with another person. Maybe I want friends with benefits. Maybe I want an open relationship. But you're trying to move on from a relationship from the past because it really did a number on you. I feel like you were dealing with someone who's a little bit toxic and they made you question your sanity, or they made you question your reality. Okay, it was like a little bit on the twisted side. The foundation here, we have the Sun and we have the Temperance card. So the Sun is a lot of success, is a lot of getting a lot of attention, getting a lot of positive accolades, and having a lot of attention on you, which is always a good thing. But the attention on you can also, you know, make you feel very vulnerable, make you feel very exposed, okay? And with the Temperance card in the reverse position, this is your card, Sagittarius. So I would urge you to be a little bit careful when it comes to like not broadcasting your business out into the world. Be careful about using work email to send intimate, you know, emails to significant other, to people you're dating, or even, you know, like for example, if you're online dating, you run into your boss profile online, or you run into your coworkers. So I feel like there is something coming up here, and it can be potentially embarrassing. So I want you to be a little bit careful, a little bit like discreet, okay? So if you're dating somebody, just make sure they're not in your work environment. Just don't date coworkers, don't date bosses. If you are out there dating and you see somebody that you know, just like block their profile, whatever the function is in that dating app or in that dating environment. Just block their profile so that you don't run into them again, so that it doesn't get awkward. And then I'm also sensing when the spotlight is on you, it can be very good because you have a lot of opportunities to go out and to meet new people. But you also have a habit of not doing things in moderation. like dating and spending a lot of time dating where you don't really take care of yourself. So just be careful about that, okay? For those of you who are dealing with another fire sign, especially a Leo, so Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, and especially another Leo, I feel like they're burning you out. So it's like the relationship might be so heavily focused on them that your needs might not be taken into account, or you are suppressing your needs in order to cater to that relationship, or they're pulling you along, like, you know, let's go here, let's go there. They're very exciting and it's very dynamic, but it seems to me like you're energetically worn out as a result of that relationship. So you need to take some time off and to recoup, because it seems like it can work. It seems like a very dynamic, you know, you both seem like a very dynamic duo, but I feel like you're feeling a little bit like you need to constantly catch up when you're with them. You need to constantly be on the go and you're a little bit tired, okay? In terms of what's coming in, we have here the Prince of Swords, which is it's the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And this is somebody that you want to be a little bit careful about too. The sword energy indicates, like, you know, communication. It also indicates as well somebody who's very exciting. They might say a lot of things, but they don't really follow through. So it's somebody who's a little bit of a talker, and they might not have the substance to back things up, okay? They might tell you, oh, let's meet up on Saturday, you know, let's hang out all day. And then you free up your schedule, and at the end of it, you realize that they might have forgotten about the plans that they made. And so for those of you who are single, this Knight of Swords, we have here the Seven of Pentacles, which is waiting, investing your time, waiting for that payout, but not being able to reap a harvest, okay? I want you guys to be very careful if you're out dating. I feel like you're going to have a lot of fun, but I don't feel like you're going to meet the love of your life. And I don't feel that you have some contenders, some suitors that are in the picture that might not be the best options for you, okay? So I'm seeing here water sign and air signs. And I feel like they're exciting, they're dynamic, they're interesting. But I feel like the air sign might be very ambitious. The water sign might be a little bit more sulky, a little bit more like, woe is me, you know, doesn't really take ownership for their actions. And so it's very fun to hang out with these people. But I'm sensing right off the bat, moving in for this month, you might realize that none of them are like exceptional. And if you realize that about them, there's no problems in just telling them thank you but no thanks, and then spending that time either by yourself or to connect with new people, okay? I feel like many of you left a relationship, you're single, you're trying to date, you're trying to get yourself out there, you're giving everybody a chance. And you might overload your own schedule with date nights with new people. And I don't feel it's a smart thing to do, mainly because you don't owe them anything. You don't have to go on a date with them if you don't like them. If they won't leave you alone, you know, cut off that communication. But, you know, Sagittarius, you're very nice. So I feel like you have some people that are interested in you and you don't see a future, but you're still engaging with them, talking to them, and you're trying to be nice, okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope it is helpful for you singles. I feel like it's okay to date, but I don't see any exceptional people that are standing out. And then I'm also sensing somebody in a relationship and you're feeling like you want out. You're just like, this is a big drain on my finances. The other person is not able to make up their mind as to what they want. So I have here water sign, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. And I have an earth sign. Oh, I'm sorry, a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And I have an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You want out of these relationships because you feel like it's not giving you that reciprocity, okay? And it's for some reason, it's draining your finances.